Welcome to yet another episode of Beyond the Liminal Haven. I am your Ryuutama, McCall Clark, and I'm here with the ever-spirited Arcana crew. Say hello, Arcana crew.
Hello!
Hello! Hello.
On your way back to town, Seraphina let you guys know her opinion of the Crystal Tears and Liminal Haven, and that she believes the Crystal Tears should not go back to Liminal Haven. And that's where we are now.
What do you mean they shouldn't go back to Liminal Haven? The veil will break, right?
It would, yes. But maybe that's not the worst thing that could happen.
What is the worst thing that could happen?
Well, maybe I should explain what Liminal Haven was meant to be. I never intended it to be a residence for anyone. No one was supposed to stay there long term. It was just, honestly, a project that I created in honor of my late wife. I believed that if she had a place like Liminal Haven to go, then perhaps she would have been able to recover and wouldn't have departed the world as she did. But after I built the first Anthus as well, and we set up Liminal Haven around it as a kind of respite, a hospital for people to come and recover. It became difficult to leave. In fact, it became difficult to even remember why I built it in the first place. It became difficult to remember my wife. Eventually, the veil started to shrink, and as such, I took it upon myself to set out for Crystal Tears, which I had built several hearts of cities and knew where they were and what they were used for, and so I decided to go get additional to refill the well. But beyond the well's power, memories started to return, along with the grief of having lost my wife. And it was crushing. But at the same time, there was something in it that I realized was not born of anything malicious, but of love. To remember one's loved ones is a gift, even if it hurts. And erasing that grief was to erase her marks upon my life. Then I realized that healing not only required you to feel the pain, but to accept it and to move through it. Upon that realization, I didn't return to Liminal Haven. I believed the well would run dry and the veil would fall and everyone within it would be forced to return to life as it was meant to be. But supposedly after I left, Verbena, who became Reeve, had other plans. Honestly, when she first came to Liminal Haven, she was so gaunt and sickly, I thought that one strong breeze would blow her over, but she quickly regained health within the veil. And apparently she sent out travelers to find Crystal Tears, with finding me as a secondary task. But she replenished the well, and the veil still stands, and she does so every 10 years, to my knowledge.
And now she wants to make it permanent.
That would make sense, to not have to send out travelers for additional crystal tears.
But don't you think maybe there's some people in Liminal Haven who still need that? I mean, it doesn't seem right to prevent everyone from having that effect without their consent, you know? Maybe the people should have their own choice. Maybe if they knew, then they could decide if they wanted to stay or go.
I have grappled with that for decades now. And it is precisely that reason that I simply didn't return to Liminal Haven. And while inaction is an action in itself and a choice there, I felt that to divorce myself of the responsibility of Liminal Haven was honestly maybe irresponsible, but the best path that I could choose going forward. The thing is that when you are in Liminal Haven under the power of the veil, it's hard to make such a decision. It's only when you are without it that you are aware what it is that you're missing. And I dare say that some of you might be experiencing that now. It takes some time for it to wear off, but as it does, things become more clear. Painful, yes, but more clear.
Even if we do decide not to take the crystal tears back to Liminal Haven, Reeve said that they would just send out another group to get them. So it may not even be up to us unless we get all the crystal tears and just keep them for ourselves. Or maybe
we purged that darkness with something similar to the crystal tears, right?
In essence, it works similarly, just on a smaller scale, yes.
What else can it do? What can it be used for?
Well, this one is specifically a solution to the problem that I saw with the hot spring spirit, just in imbalance of magics, of more dark than there was light. Whether or not it can be used for healing within Liminal Haven would probably be a case-by-case basis, much like your friend here.
do you think, presumably we've earned the crystal tear here in Heartshold. Do you think if we provided that to you, you could use it to help the bog mother in the swamps?
I would say that we should investigate, at the very least.
We also have to help the Silver Swords who are near the bog mother.
Yeah, they're kind of like trapped in a time loop at Malachi's house.
Ah, yes, Malachi. Well, it seems that we've got a long road ahead of us. Let's get back to Heartshold then. So as you guys re-enter the city, I would say that this time everybody has gone back to doing what it is that they normally do after having celebrated and had a wonderful cat festival the day before. But they're excited to see you guys return. They knew what it was that you guys were doing. I say, like, a cheer goes up because now the hot springs are running again.
We did it, y'all.
Yeah, and actually, Whiskers is already waiting for you guys. And he welcomes you back, and he's like, "You are heroes. You have saved the hot springs." I dare say that does earn you a crystal tear, among other things. And he motions to Percival, who actually hands you guys some bags of money. So you guys get 2,000 gold apiece.
Oh, yeah. I can finally buy some shoes.
Also, because I am a bad game master, I totally forgot you guys can level up to level 4 now.
Yay!
Four.
What does that
Holy
mean?
Were we at level 2 or 3?
2.
Oh, you were at 2? Okay, my bad.
Yeah.
Now you're at level 3.
Nice.
Which means you don't get the stat increase, but you do get to choose a terrain and weather specialty.
Ooh.
So HP still goes up or no?
Yes.
Okay, cool. Let me
You get to
fix that
choose between
again.
HP and MP how many points each get, up to 3.
I'm destroying this character sheet. It's
same.
falling apart.
Almost through the paper.
Yeah, I've gone through the paper twice.
Okay, so terrain and weather specialty. Character has enough experience on the road to become used to a certain terrain or weather pattern. Choose one from the 22 types of terrain and weather patterns, and from now on, this character gains a +2 bonus on any rolls involving that terrain or weather.
So we choose a terrain or a weather?
Yes. And this.
Weather.
Go ahead and choose swamp.
Oh.
Seems like a smart thing to do.
I chose deep forest because I figured we're gonna
Wait,
do a lot
hold
of
on.
that first.
It's
There's a
definitely
difference between rain and hard rain.
and hard rain, yeah.
Which is ridiculous. I like the idea of like, ooh, it's just a little bit of rain. I'm really good at this. And it's like hard rain, and you're like, nope.
Well, I
You're
mean,
just slipping and falling in
Yeah.
puddles.
yeah, because the difference there is between like, oh, I'm wet, I might die of like being too cold
Yeah.
or something.
Versus
versus
flipping
like,
around in the
drowning.
mud. Yeah.
Yeah, like flash flooding.
Strong wind. Yeah, let's do that.
It's really late on that one, sorry.
I think it's going to be rain for me.
I forgot to get 2 spells at the last level, so I get 4 new spells.
Hot damn.
Wait, we get new spells at every level up?
2 incantation spells per level.
I just want random like cats purring in the background while we're in the city. Just like
Just a cacophony of cats. A cat
cacophony?
Yeah. Cat cough.
Cats
Oh.
can't cough.
yeah, they cough all the time.
Yeah, they're constantly coughing stuff up.
In the grossest way, too.
And with that, Whiskers is like, pardon me.
It's like boulders.
Yeah, boulders. Some small rocks come out.
Gross.
Now, if you follow me, we can get you the crystal tear. And he actually takes you back to the Celestial Archive, and deep within the library, there is a kind of cordoned off room that he opens up for you guys, and inside of it, at the very center, is this kind of very decorative looking metal casing, and inside of it is glowing this bright blue, but very small crystal. Seraphina is most knowledgeable about this, but if you have something to put the tear in,
Bring out the lantern.
This is the grown-up we brought.
excellent. You simply open it and hold it up to the opening here, and as you do, you see that the crystal tear just kind of and is glowing inside of your crystal lantern, or your arcane lantern now.
Is it like clear? Can you see into it? And stuff?
Yeah, there's like
Okay,
some decorative metal around the outside, but it is glowing now. So this can even be used as a source of light for you
cool.
at this point. Yeah, and you see Seraphina is still with you guys, and she's just kind of just solemnly keeps her hands crossed in front of her and is letting this happen, basically. Right, so, would you care to stay for another day here in the hot springs, or are you...
Yeah.
I mean,
right.
the rest.
I want to soak in those hot springs.
Yes, I highly suggest it. I try to do it at least once a month. They're quite rejuvenating.
But the silver swords are still struggling.
Right, it doesn't feel
What
right
time of
that we should
day
be
is it?
relaxing.
Right.
So you guys had left in the morning, so it's becoming pretty late, actually, later in the day. So you guys probably wouldn't be
also-
able to get that far.
You're a little fucked up, right?
I think I got healed up.
Oh, did you?
Yeah, the hot springs spirit, like
that's
all of
right.
this magic, is helpful. I mean, if you'd like to press on, we could, but there's much more rest to be had here in the city, along with Sasha and Lucas's inn. And if they are stuck in a time loop, as you say, then I don't think that they're going anywhere.
Urgency isn't really going to change much.
That's true. At least for one of them, they don't even know that more than like 5 minutes has passed.
And the one stuck on the ceiling seems to be the only one not caught in the loop, and they mostly just seem annoyed.
Yeah, they seemed fine, mostly.
They're like a mummy?
A goth mummy.
Okay.
They said that they don't eat, right? Or,
Yeah.
So,
presumably they don't poop. I think they're fine in a room.
right, the poop was the problem
That is
for
the
you.
concern, yes, that one would have to poop.
While on the ceiling. Does it fall down? Does it stay up?
I wonder why the poop would be not of the gravitational pull there. That would be strange.
You think when we fix it, all their poop's just gonna fall down off the ceiling?
Right, but what we just established is that they don't poop because they don't eat.
Oh, right. Well, what if they had to poop before?
Like there's an ancient poop within them.
Exactly.
It can stay.
See, I
okay,
think,
yes.
I think sleep. I
Yeah.
think sleep is important.
Gideon's like, let's go eat. Yes, let's do that. Yes. This time when you guys go back to Sasha and Lucas's place, Lucas is very excited and has some steamed dumplings for you guys. Since the hot springs are
That's
up and
really
running.
why we did this.
And yes, all for
I
the
did
food.
have some yesterday.
Yeah.
With the hot springs repaired, everybody's extremely happy within the city. There's people that are now dancing under the stars. They're celebrating on their own. It's not quite the coordinated festival that you guys had thrown yesterday, but people are their spirits are lifted because everything's back to normal after this big scare. And people are even lighting fireworks. Some of the artisans are actually like coming up to you and gifting you things like hand painted like silk scarves and stuff like this, and like somebody's done a little illustration of you guys.
Cute.
And then obviously there's going to be tons of food, Lucas being one of the best cooks in town. Is there anything you guys want to do before
Soak.
you retire for the night? You soak in those hot springs.
The minerals.
Yeah. Float on my back with a little soup dumpling on my tummy.
This is exactly what Fathom would enjoy. It's very warm. There's none of the frost is getting to you here.
Yeah.
It's very relaxing and just sinking into your very souls. In fact, this might be like the first time you felt this much comfort since leaving Liminal Haven. But this is different in that it feels hard-earned. So in Liminal Haven, there was just a lack of the pains and stress and weariness.
Do people, like, aside from today, people here seemed happy even when the hot springs were not working, right?
Right. They were alarmed that something had happened because it's never happened before. But for the most part, everybody here is fairly happy. They're all just kind of pursuing their own interests and maintaining a pretty decent market here amongst each other and the travelers that come to visit.
Do I have any reaction by being near the crystal tier for any extended period of time?
Roll, let's see, intelligence spirit for me.
14.
Whoa! Incredibly intelligent. As you're near it, as you're looking at it, there's a weird familiarity that you begin to feel in the core of you that is now tugging at your memory that you've been near something like this before. While it doesn't have a direct effect on your personage and your affliction, you're becoming more and more certain that whatever happened to you had something to do with the crystal tier.
Noted.
Do we still have the flask that we got from Seraphina?
Yes. Yeah. Seraphina's like, well, if we're going to see the Bog Mother and she happens to have a similar affliction, we'll probably need it again.
I guess we'll just have to party every night, fill it up on the way.
You guys got 2 party flasks, basically.
Y'all, I've been thinking on something, cause like I work in Liminal Haven, right? I fish and I sell the fish, but it's not like hard work. Like I don't think I've ever done anything there that was as hard as what we just did here, climbing that mountain and then fighting those vapor beasts to heal the spirit and stuff. There's something that's it feels like it was more gratifying doing it that way, because, you know, I had to struggle for it. I feel like I've just never had to struggle in Liminal Haven, but I think at first that sounds like it's a good thing, but I don't know now that it is. Does that make sense?
It does.
You know, ever since we left Liminal Haven, I've been able to cast spells, and they work most of the time. And
They don't work inside the veil?
I mean, I've always just assumed it was a personal failure. But maybe I just couldn't tap into whatever it is that it takes to make it work, because I've never had to.
The balance of it, maybe.
Right. If everything is just always fine.
I feel the same way. I feel like there's more that I can do now that I'm not there.
Right. And, I mean, everybody is content in Liminal Haven, but is that it? Is that just good enough?
Right? Because, like, when there's, like, a river, right? It's always moving, and there's always, like, fish in it. And things are good. But then if there's, like, a puddle that's around for too long, and it stays stagnant, then, like, bad stuff starts growing in it, and, like, skeeters lay their eggs in there and stuff, and you don't want to be around it. And I kind of feel like that maybe is what Liminal Haven is a little bit. It's like a stagnant pond where nothing's changing, and maybe that's not good.
Away from the predators, but not from the stillness.
Yeah. Or like a frozen pond where nothing's happening.
Well, like Seraphina said, it was meant to be a treatment hospital, but it did not heal. So people moved in, and now it addicts them.
Yeah.
It's kind of like if a bone breaks, it hurts because it's healing. Because there's blood vessels that are kind of stringing everything back together. But if you have something that isn't physical and you just kind of avoid the part that hurts all the time, it's not gonna ever repair. It's like cauterizing all your blood vessels, but in your heart, in like the version of your heart that's your soul, your mind.
I knew most of those words, yeah.
I had hoped to return into the veil, that it might return my memories and heal my condition, but
Oh, it definitely doesn't help with memories.
I feel that that is not what would happen now if I could return.
You said that you were looking for these tears before?
I believe so. Yes.
Maybe what happened to you, maybe it wasn't because of the veil or being outside of the veil. Maybe it was more closely tied to that failure. You know what I mean?
Maybe
How long that do you remember?
it is unclear. But
Gideon's
years,
saying,
months.
time's hard.
Time's so hard.
Time's hard.
Months extended.
a long time, but not that long.
I'm starting to think maybe time would be easier if I hadn't been in the Vale for so long.
That is possible. Perhaps there was a catastrophe with one of the tiers.
Has time always been hard, or has just time been hard for me?
Gideon is also like relaxing in the hot springs with you, and he like comes over. Like you guys are in a separate pool, and he's like leaning over it, and he's just like, I don't know, man. Time's just hard.
Time's just hard.
But it does sound like you lost your memories, so you know that's going to make it even harder. So.
Have you been getting any back? Have you?
I've had dreams, but they're short and unclear.
You?
I have dreams, and I hadn't thought on it too much, but based on what Seraphina was saying, it's like something that I should remember, but my instincts tell me I don't want to. But maybe I should.
I don't
Yeah, you
think
have all
yeah.
the memories here.
I have like a different thing.
Yeah.
1,000-yard stare.
Same.
More theories.
More
I love
Keru
that.
theories.
Should have brought a jar.
Oh, I should have written one of those down, but
Is there any magic that heals memories specifically?
Nothing that
because
I
you've
know
been
of.
outside, you've never been in the Haven.
I know that I was there once. I remember things from inside, but not enough.
What's the last thing you remember?
I remember playing music, but that's about it.
Well, maybe if you guys have one or two more dreams, you'll see something identifying that we can use to puzzle things back together.
Maybe. I feel like a more comprehensive recovery of memories will be more helpful. But that may not be possible. I don't know.
Do you all retire for the night?
Yeah, thinking on that conversation, Fathom is going to, before bed, try and kind of, he thinks on the memories of these dreams that he's had of this loud sound and this cold feeling, and he's going to spend 2 MP before bed and cast Candy Ice Cube and just create like a little 50 centimeter cube of ice, and as much as he hates the cold, he's going to kind of cuddle up to that to sleep
Whoa.
to see if it jogs anything.
Making big moves.
I'd like to play some music for us before bed.
Good
So
call.
we have a bonus on our travel check. Hopefully.
What kind of tune is it?
Don't play that shitty song.
I'll play
You gotta
something.
let him live it down. You gotta let
So
him live
traumatized.
I'll play something airy and mountainous, since we're in the mountains.
Maybe you played that song for a witch and she cursed you.
That was mean. That was mean.
That's what that keeps up paper.
He's like half asleep.
An 8, so that should be good.
He really pissed off someone with a song once. Turned him into a frog.
Your dream that night is if somebody's just screaming, no, not that song.
Flexing a wand at you.
All right, so everybody gets a +1 to their next roll.
Hell yeah.
That's so a decent tune was played that night.
I can't ever remember how MP recovery works.
Since you guys are in a nice place, MP is full for that. It's only if you fuck up a travel, like a camping check, that
Okay.
MP gets screwed up. And then health would be plus half of whatever your current HP is, but I think all of you are healed up to full.
Man, that plus half sucks.
It's brutal. Well, I mean, yeah, the less you have, the worse it is. And then,
It makes sense. It takes a while to recover from things.
right, yeah. The more hurt you are, yeah.
Time to see what condition.
But when you've slept multiple days and you're still not up to like full.
He's been kind of off to the side because we were climbing up a mountain, but Acorn also soaked in the hot spring.
Hell yeah.
Yes. Aw, you just lead a big cow dog into the springs.
Yeah.
Ooh, does the
All
plus,
the water comes out for a minute. Yeah.
Yeah.
Is the +1 all going to be to our condition checks? Since that's what we're rolling now.
Yeah.
During the night, let's see, Fathom, since you're cuddled up next to this cold block, which is so uncomfortable, yeah, you are aware of the coldness while you are sleeping and in your dreams. You hear the same similar cracking sound, as well as the voice of what sounds to be like a child. And it seems to be in distress. And again, you are plunged with this shockingly painful coldness, and then you wake up. For Rem, much the same. You hear the voice calling out to you. You smell the smells of sweetness and flowers. Wake up with a coldness, not like the ice cube, but a coldness that you feel like should have been warm before, next to you. Keiru, when you sleep, your dreams are now of a vague conversation happening, and it's tense, it's escalating. Something's gone wrong, and somebody is shouting, "No!" as you are blasted backwards. You still see the same figure, too. A figure in robes with arcane markings.
But still don't recognize them?
Nope. Vesper.
Do you now have theories?
I have.
What does Vesper dream of?
Vesper is preoccupied with whether or not she's ever actually like lived or tried or worked, and what it would be like to struggle, especially like she has been for the last several days, and whether or not it's worth it. A lot of tumultuous.
Yeah. I think that as you're dreaming, you see your hands in your dreams, and they're very roughed up. There's calluses on them, and they're very dirty because you've just planted something in a pot. And in your dream, you see something growing very quickly from what you just planted. And the small plant starts to extend leaves and then rapidly grows bigger and bigger and bigger into a tree. And then you awaken. It is now morning.
Oh, now I'm all wet.
And sticky? Those ice cubes are made of candy.
Well, they're made of ice, but it's flavored.
Okay. Any landmarks? Anything that could help us figure out who or where you guys came from?
I heard a voice. It sounded like a kid, maybe younger than me. And then, just cold again.
Did it feel familiar? Was it a voice you recognized?
Yes and no.
Okay.
Do I remember any of the markings on the robe well enough to, draw them from the dream? Or would that be too hard?
Roll double intelligence.
Uh-oh.
Big brain.
Uh-oh, big brain.
14.
Holy shit.
His brain is so big.
Yeah, they seemed vague, but as you start sketching them out, you can kind of figure them out.
instead of like a stick on the ground because I don't have any paper or pen or anything.
Did you add 1 to that roll? Did you add 1 to that?
Oh, no.
Oh, no, we have to do that for... Oh, yeah.
Sorry, burned that one.
It's all right.
Are the
Yes.
marks familiar?
You can tell that they are arcane marks. Seraphina is still with you guys. She had her own room, but she can take a look at them for you.
Do you know what these are?
These are ancient arcane marks. They're not particularly unfamiliar. They're mostly for increasing power. These are not markings that young mages would typically know.
Would you know of anyone who would wear robes with these marks on them?
I can think of one. Yes.
Does he live in a basement?
Is he currently working on a time loop?
I'm not sure about
By the
those
swamps.
things, but yes, Malachi has been known to wear robes with sigils on them.
Do I remember Malachi wearing a robe like the one I saw in the dream?
Yep. Yes. Now that you think about it, yep.
Malachi.
Is it... Do you remember anything else?
Yes. There was an explosion. Some contentious arguing.
Does that remind you of something and somebody's else?
That reminds me of something.
Yes.
Yeah.
The silver sword. The
Right,
same
yeah.
thing that happened to them.
Right, yeah.
Wait. Are you that boy that was screaming and trying to get in?
Boy?
Y'all remember there was the ceiling mummy, the goth mummy on the ceiling.
Right.
There was the lady who kept getting blown backwards and over and over and over again.
Right.
And then there was Crystal Lady.
Right.
Right.
And then there was the boy who was like screaming from the void.
Right,
Yeah,
I think
they're all
that's
part
a
of the
separate
Silver
boy.
Swords.
That is
But-
different. I'm not a boy.
Right, but Malachi said that he tried this once before 10
There we
years
go.
ago with
Okay.
the crystal tear from the swamp. Are you at least 10 years old?
I am an adult.
I'm a man.
I'm a man now.
You say we brought an adult, but I also am an adult.
Right. I think you
just a
give in to our wily our wily spirits a little
Fucking
more
kids.
frequently.
I
Time's
am
hard, what can I say?
When does a child become a man?
When he becomes a frog.
And I am the only man.
Hey, you don't know about the status of Rem's frogness or not.
I'm not a frog.
Maybe he already did the frog thing.
Definitely not a frog.
He said he's not a frog.
Puberty is hard to talk about.
I remember my puberty. I was not.
So what do we need to like?
It was very
No
awkward
nonsense.
time.
Just
It was awkward in a different way.
Puberty.
So we need.
But
do
it
we
wasn't
need
mucusy.
Do we need to just
Wow.
pull up on Malachi and break his knees and get him to talk?
That might be a little intense.
Yeah. Yeah, I reckon it would.
You might be more concerned with his knees than telling us anything.
Also, it doesn't really seem like our style to like roll up and beat the shit out of someone.
Yeah, that's true. But he was mean
I'd
to
be
our
known to
friend,
do that.
maybe.
What?
Maybe we ask questions first.
Are they on the way to the bog?
The knees?
Yeah.
Yeah, he's on the
Yeah.
road.
Malik, are we just calling him the knees now?
I believe he's on the way. We marked it on the map,
Yeah.
roundabout.
I gave Cameron the map. I had clearly no business holding it.
Also, whenever we reach the part of the road and forest where time gets weird and there's fish in the air, we're close by.
That's true.
Indeed. Well, if they're on the way, we can speak with them.
I think that's a good idea.
Maybe he'll remember.
Y'all.
Are you in? Or are you
Seraphina's-
in?
Seraphina's like, I agreed to help you. with this, so let's go see what's going on and just be careful, I would suggest.
Need to buy some things before we leave, at least.
Oh yeah, we have so much money.
Can everybody give me condition checks for the day first?
Woo!
See?
That's a 14.
Hot damn, girl.
Cooks.
And sluts.
I need
Ooh,
people.
10. That's a crit.
Oh,
Oh shit.
Is that our first crit?
Yeah.
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 Oh, shit.
Oh shit, I'm at 11.
You mean like at all? Or
Yeah.
Yeah.
Could
Yeah.
be true.
I
No, that's
don't
true.
No, it's
The
true.
whole campaign,
remember.
yeah.
What?
Yep.
What
It was-
episode is it?
We're
Seven.
on seven.
Seven.
Yeah.
Wow.
Jesus, are we really?
Yeah. Like, I gotta wrap this shit up.
I swear there was something where it's like, hey, if you crit on this check, it's
No.
maybe not. I guess not.
Yeah, I'm looking at the journey rules, and they have like the crit and fumble things for each check except for condition.
Gotcha.
Wow.
But you know, I'll just take my extra die.
D12 strength, here we come.
What did you get on?
What? Oh, 7.
Aw,
Yeah.
That was a big old bummer.
What'd you get?
I got a 14.
Hell yeah. Got an 11.
And Rem, you said that you desired a coat.
A coat?
Is that what I heard? You needed to buy some supplies?
Oh no, just some ingredients and whatnot.
Oh, okay.
I was gonna get some shoes.
Excellent. Well, there's a couple of artisans in town that would probably be well suited for you. And then we have a shopping montage.
Hell yeah.
Yay!
What?
Can we assume that things in the traveling gear list would be available in town?
Yeah. What specifically are you looking for?
I was probably gonna grab some mud boots because I'm pretty sure we're going into the swamp. In addition to some jungle boots for getting back to Malachi's place, because I know we have to go through some thick forest on the way there.
Woods, deep forest, and jungle. Cool.
And that's probably all that I'll get.
Yeah, so that's 1,100. So the boy who goes from having no shoes now has 2 pairs.
Hell yeah. Moving up in the world.
Some on your front paws and some on your back.
I wear both pairs at once.
Does anybody else buy anything?
I'm getting mud boots. I'm sorry, just reading this. A normal hat believed to offer protection from evil. There are a variety of colors and shapes. $120.
Something tells me that's for aesthetics
Yep.
only. It's too
Do
cheap.
you want a cool hat though?
It gives you a +1, but I don't understand what to. Oh, to nothing.
No.
Yeah,
Size-
it does.
Yeah, maybe just the mud boot.
Yeah, it's just like this one of the guys that's like making hats. He's like, trust me, they're good luck. It's woven into them. It's like obviously a fraud.
Where do you get the good luck from to weave it in?
Cat whiskers. I make them with cat whiskers.
More cats.
What herbs did you want to get? And do you have the thing to keep them in so they don't go bad?
I do.
Ah.
Generic food stuff if possible, and then specifically I want to buy some lemons, like a whole chicken, some orzo.
Nice. Sick.
Probably basil, parsley, all that, carrots, celery.
Steam baskets. For dumplings.
Dumplings are hard to make on the road. In a steam basket.
I'll pay for half of it.
And
Flour and water.
a traveling cutting board so I can roll out some dough, I guess.
Are there any poultices that we can buy that would keep for the road?
The herbs are broken down into types. So you've got the physical type, mental type, and enhance type.
Oh, I've got an enhanced herb.
Oh yeah.
So Firefly,
Yeah,
Dark Touch.
why'd you say it like that?
There's magical
That guy
effects.
gave me an herb. He's
Yanni?
smoking out.
Yeah, Yanni got you some good stuff with some mental types. There's one that magical effects deal damage, or recover HP. Receive a bonus equal to the caster's level.
Oh, enhanced herbs only affect spells.
Oh, okay. Well, I guess that won't help me.
Yeah.
So the physical ones, do any of those heal?
Yep.
Then?
There's one that recovers 2 HP.
That one that heals 2, is that an apple?
It is, yeah.
How much are
Human
those apples?
So that one should be 100 gold each.
How long do they keep?
Without the herb thing, I think it's only a day.
I have an extra one.
With
herb
the
thing?
Yeah.
herb bottles, they last for up to a week.
Can I cram an apple into an herb bottle?
Okay, though.
Yeah.
Allegedly.
Allegedly, yes.
Okay.
I'll give you my extra herb bottle.
Could I fit
You know,
5
apples,
apples in
go
it?
bad in one day.
How many herbs can I fit in the herb bottle? How many apples?
True.
I think it's
Not wrong.
I
Is
think
it
it's
one-
one per, but you can buy bottles if you wanted to.
up to 10.
Up to 10, yeah, never mind.
Oh,
I
sweet.
was wrong. But
Small apples.
they,
Apples.
They're
yeah, the
actually just
bottles are
berries.
100 too, so that's not bad.
Oh, okay. Well, I'll buy a bottle and 10 apples.
We haven't talked enough about how everyone in this universe is actually huge, and apples seem like the size of grapes to them. Because we're so giant.
I will also say that there are, you can get Giant's Palm here, which is the thing that reduces damage after a travel check. You can recover that. So if you fail your travel check,
How much does that?
that's level 2, so that one's 300
It reduces all the damage that you took.
during a travel check, yeah. Because travel check, if you fail it, it's half your HP gone like that.
Yeah.
I
By
will do so.
I think I've passed a single travel check this whole time.
Yeah, we should.
They're brutal too.
Can I buy another
I'll
jar
take 2.
and then yeah. How much jar again?
So the jar itself is $100,
Okay,
dollars,
so
dollars,
400.
but it also holds up to 10 herbs. So
Up to 10 herbs.
yeah,
I'll go ahead and buy my own jar and put my 2 apples, or what's the thing we're talking about
Giant's
with the travel
palm?
checks? Yeah.
Giant's palm. I don't know why I put giant's foot.
Can I get 3 apples, 2 giant's palm, and another jar? So that should be 1,000, right?
I bought another herb bottle and 3 of those giant palms.
okay.
That's all the money I got, plus some.
All right. Was there anything else you guys wanted to do in Heartshold before you set off?
No.
I think that's it.
All right.
Well, I'd probably, we don't have to play through it, but I'd say thanks and goodbye to Whiskers. And
Yeah.
good luck with your books and stuff, or whatever.
He gives you a hearty thank you and hopes that you all come back. You don't want to buy like a postcard or anything?
I was thinking about, I was gonna ask, and then I forgot because we started talking about something else. I was gonna ask if I could send a letter to my sisters, and the first thing it's gonna say is, "Don't tell Mom I asked this." And then I'm going to ask them about some of
Mom, don't read. For real, don't read, Mom.
some of what we've been talking about the last like 24 hours. Like, what's up with, because they've traveled outside of the Liminal Haven too.
Right.
So I would think that they have a pretty similar perspective, maybe, or at least some insight. So I'll kind of ask them, like, do you think it's right to keep it up? Do you think it's like stifling people, and like, or do you think that we should do this, even though, you know, technically these tiers belong to others and could maybe help them more in their own towns, yada yada yada. And I will tell them, I guess, to send it to the bog, to respond to the town in the bog that I definitely remember the name of.
The Common Lodge Swamps.
Yes. I will
yeah.
tell them to send it to, I guess, what do most cities have? The post office. Just send it to the post office there, and I'll pick it up.
Yeah, it's apparently 20 gold to send a sheet of paper to another city.
Okay. It's a highway robbery. I don't know how to do that map. I can't do it in my head.
That's not good.
I wonder what you dreamed of the first time you left.
I don't know.
Okay.
I don't know if I was ever out of the haven before.
I don't think this happened inside.
I think he means
No.
prior.
Before going out.
Like he doesn't know if he was like me,
like you.
who was born there.
Right.
Yeah.
We're chatting on the road. Yeah.
She gets it.
Yep.
Yeah.
Everybody give me your movement checks.
Oh no,
Or travel checks.
I don't want to use my giant's palm already.
Well, most of you should get a +1, right? You haven't rolled anything else?
We rolled our condition checks.
Oh, that's right. Never mind.
But we do have walking sticks,
True.
It's true.
which gives us +1.
And I get a +1 anyway,
Okay.
as a technical type.
16.
16. Yeah.
I mean, I don't know why I made that sound. It's pretty shit. 6. Again, well, 7 with my walking stick.
9.
Oh.
Hey.
A 10.
Yeah, since you guys have actually traveled this path before, you are much more familiar with it, and you can all pass, even with the 7.
Hell yeah. We noted all the holes.
Yes, yes. You learned a little bit from
just
Gideon too, and like how to traverse things safely.
We just put Rem and Keiru, one in front, one behind, to be like, hole, falling rock, hole,
Low
branch.
Swooping bird.
Swarping.
Bird.
Swarping. Oh, she's swarping.
Swarping sounds like a kind of gloopy.
Yeah, it's like the title of one of my songs.
Swarping burbs.
Ooh, swarping.
Swarping burbs.
The burbs were swarping.
This would be kind of retroactive, but something that Fathom is kind of mulling over as we travel is whenever we met Malachi, did he seem to have any, like, was there any indication that he had seen Keiru before?
Make a double intelligence check for me.
Hey, 9.
47.
With a 9, you recall that he was very eccentric and didn't even seem to. It's almost like he knew you guys were there and he just ignored you the first time that he like came out and just started doing stuff. So it's hard to tell. There was a point when you guys were leaving that he kind of gave you all a bit longer of a stare, and it might have possibly been on Keiru. But you can kind of sense that like this guy, there's something off about him in the way that he regards people or other living creatures in general.
Yeah.
Fish slapper.
Oh, right. I was like, you didn't mention the
2
name
words.
fish slapper.
Those are 2
Didn't
words.
take a
Okay,
dog,
cool.
you know, you just slapped a fish.
I've been thinking about a lot of things. All that we really know for sure is that you came out here once before looking for crystal tears with presumably another group of people.
Right.
I think maybe we should be careful moving forward, right? Because there's a chance that maybe the last time you came out, you decided, similar to kind of, at least how I'm leaning, I don't know how y'all all feel about it, but based on what Seraphina said and kind of what I've experienced out here, leaning towards maybe not bringing the crystal tears back to Liminal Haven, but maybe somebody caught wind that you weren't going to do that, and that's why this happened to you.
Perhaps. Perhaps it is the other way.
Can we trust Malachi even?
I
The
don't-
last.
No.
The way that
Yeah.
guy was just slapping fish out of the air, I don't trust nobody who
I
does
mean,
that.
so far he's 0 for 2 with crystal tears, we assume.
Yeah.
Could be O for any number.
Yeah.
I just think we should be careful.
If I put the lantern
Agreed.
in my bag, does it glow through it?
No, it's not powerful enough to
Okay.
radiate things, but yeah.
How do
so
your
you can
bones
hide
feel?
it.
Spongy?
Fine.
Okay, then it's probably not leaking.
It's worrisome.
Teeth? Good? You got them? Yeah.
Teeth
They're
all,
in.
all firm, not flaccid.
All right, so you guys don't have to do the direction check because you've been this way before, so that's good. Moving your way through the forest, you guys will have to camp for the night before you reach the spot where Malachi and the Silver Swords were.
Just what
I'll do some hunting.
I think I've got it covered for tonight. But
Oh, all right.
Should I roll our camp check?
I mean,
Do you want
theoretically.
to roll the? It's technically considered like a job check.
Yeah.
Job knowledge, so that way you can see if you how well do you cook.
how well do I cook?
This would be in double intelligence, big brain.
Big
I
brain.
will help you with the camp check. I can give you a +1.
Cool.
Can I concentrate on this too?
Yeah.
Cool.
So you're using your MP for it. That's smart, actually, since you guys
goes
will be
back
going.
up,
Yeah,
yeah.
if you're resting, as long as you don't fuck up the camp check, you're good.
8.
Nice. Okay, you're able to make a pretty decent.
Okay.
Are you doing the dumplings first or soups?
No, it's
The
a,
chicken?
it's a soup. So it's like lemon chicken orzo. It's out of the back of the book.
I forgot about the recipe thing.
Yeah.
Recipe thing. Oh, right!
What did you get for the camping checks?
So you rolled a 12 to help,
Yeah, so you get a +1.
So that's +1.
so 13.
Okay, so yeah, you guys are able to set up camp very easily. And you guys have yourself a nice meal at the end of the night. Some delicious soups. Is there anything special about this soup?
No, I mean it's just got, lemon is the main flavor. Definitely some basil and parsley and herbs and stuff going on. Celery, chopped up carrots, chicken. I made the broth from the bones of the chicken. But I think I like once it's like stewing and getting.
Stomach is literally growling.
I love making soup, y'all, in real life.
I love eating soup.
As a reminder for our audience as well as myself, last time you said you were going to try and make one of the recipes without the adjustments that you had added to them, right?
No, I'm making one that I added to the.
That you
back
did.
of the
Oh,
book.
that you don't remember
So-
adding to.
Yeah. This is my mother's cookbook, but I added a handful of recipes at the end. This is one of the ones I don't remember adding.
Oh.
Does eating it, or is it jogging anything?
Is it jogging anything? What
Roll-
does the smell make you
I'm
feel?
shoveling soup
I think
into your
I
head.
like breathe in real deep and expect to feel good, but I don't know if I do.
I think a lot of that is going to be up to you. I think that there's a familiarity to it. Like you can tell that you've done this before. You've made this specific recipe before. How it makes you feel is
Mixed,
to you. Yeah.
conflicted.
I will say that you hear rustling right outside the firelight of the camp, and suddenly Shadow appears, sniffing at the soup.
What is it?
Shadow?
He's the
it's
tanuki.
the tanuki.
Oh,
I
sorry.
thought you said
Yeah,
shadow.
Guns out.
I'm gonna pour some in a bowl and kind of leave it on the edge of the camp.
She runs over and immediately starts lapping it up.
Is lemon good for raccoon dogs? Is that
Something
fine?
bad for raccoons?
Is that good for
It's like happily, like it's got its tongue out. It's very excited and happy that you fed it.
I guess we'll see.
I guess we're gonna.
I think mostly they just can't eat grapes and like onions.
Onions are bad.
Are we sure?
But garlic is good.
Shadow dies.
Devastating.
This is the
she's
type
super
of
fun.
intense in-game roleplay you were hoping
It's
for,
Oregon
right?
Trail meets Studio Ghibli. That's what we were
Can
informed.
raccoon dogs eat? I'm gonna Google it.
Y'all, I think this tanuki has dysentery.
Well, it won't have scurvy since we're giving it vitamin C.
Citrus is good for everybody.
Yeah.
Except for fish.
It's good on fish.
True. They shouldn't breathe it though.
Neither should we.
Animals can get dysentery.
We are animals.
Yeah, so it's light and refreshing. Party.
No one dies.
It's orzo, so it's not too heavy.
Yeah.
You know, It's, very light, good soup.
Did you go to bed for the night?
Yeah.
You need to.
Oh, I'll play some music.
get a lot more gloopy wetness.
I dance to the music in hopes of any minute addition to the flask.
Oh, that's right. I guess I will also dance.
Doing a little weasel snake dance around the fire.
I tap my foot.
I'll try and do. I will
It goes
try and like mimic you as best I can, but I do have human bones.
Yeah.
So
Yeah, I think eventually I just like take your hands and I'm like doing snake body and just like tapping my little legs.
Oh my god.
It's the same dance
so
I was doing with the cat, but with the person now.
So, not a crit fumble, right?
No, did good.
oh man,
Good.
you do really bad. Fathom just throws my hands.
I fall into the fire.
Cut it out.
Brings up his
Goes
backup
rapid.
character.
He's fair.
He leaves. He's just, I'm done.
I give up.
I'll leave. All right, so you guys go to sleep for the night with full bellies and a well-prepared tent. Middle of the night. Start with you, Rem. You hear the voice again. Remy. Wake up, Sophia. And as you hear that last one, you do wake up. But it is still dark. And you're surrounded by sleeping compatriots in the tent. You hear, outside the tent, more rustling.
I'll grab my sword and go outside the tent, I guess.
It sounds as though there are footsteps that have led away from the camp.
Is everyone accounted for?
Yep.
Seraphina?
Seraphina's asleep too.
I'll follow it.
You follow, give me intelligence plus dexterity.
8.
So you follow in the direction that you think the footsteps went. You have a feeling that this had something to do with the dream. Maybe. It's not necessarily like a frightening feeling, but this feels somehow familiar. When you are far enough away from the camp, you hear a voice, a woman's voice. Hey, Ram. How's it going? And a woman steps out from behind a tree. She is short, slight, she has pale skin, black hair, and you notice that she has 2 blue horns coming out from her head.
Who are you?
Oh, you still don't remember me. Okay. That's fine. You will eventually. We've done this a couple of times before. Sorry, I thought that just by now that you'd have some recollection.
I try to think back. Is anything ringing bell?
Roll big brain for me.
Big brain.
Big
Let's
brain.
go.
Big brain.
Big brain.
He's big brain.
I'm rolling 4s like crazy. Only 4s. Okay, 6.
It's one of those things that's like nagging at your mind that you're like, yes, we now know that as we stay away from Liminal Haven, things start coming back to you. So there's things that feel familiar, but you still just can't place anything. And it's very frustrating. And this woman just looks at you, she's like, I just wanted to tell you, you know, you're doing a good job, you know? You've been doing a lot for these travelers and keeping them safe, like we talked about. It's fine. Here. And she pulls something out of her robe, and it's a small package of herbs and mushrooms. She's like, these were some of your favorites, just so you know that I'm telling the truth. Maybe it'll help it come back to you later. I don't know. But I just wanted to warn you. Don't trust Malachi. I tried to keep you guys away from him before, but it didn't work. And honestly, it wouldn't be the first time that something went really bad with Malachi, so.
Yeah, we're starting to pick up on that.
Yeah, just, he can be helpful and he's powerful, but just don't trust him.
Okay. What's your name?
You tell me once you remember it. And with that, she's kind of dismissive at that point. Just keep going. You're on the right track.
Do I feel this? I don't know. Does this feel familiar? Does this feel like I trust this person?
I would say you look at the packet that she gave you,
Yeah.
and she clearly knows that you are a cook, that you like these kind of extraordinary ingredients that you can't seem to get anywhere near Liminal Haven. So she definitely knows you, and there is some kind of a familiarity with that. And I would say like almost like a sense of duty. Like this person has apparently told you what to do at some point. She's like, you're on the right track.
Yeah. And just be clear, this is not the face of my dreams, right?
No,
Okay.
it is not. You'll see me again sometime. And I'll do my best to keep you guys safe. Okay.
All right.
And she just kind of disappears back into the shadows.
Yeah. Just gonna look at the herbs a little bit more, take a really deep breath into them, like smell it, and then head back.
You know that these herbs, when you smell them, you're like, that is a familiar smell, and it is perfect for a soup that makes people feel better. The rest of you, similar dreams as before. Nothing else seems to be revealed. It's just the same thing.
Very well.
Morning breaks. Hopefully Rem got some additional sleep after that. Can I have you guys make condition checks for me?
We get +1 from song?
From
Yeah.
gloopification?
I've been gloopified.
I'm gonna be rolling for Seraphina too.
Okay.
Oh,
Wow. No change.
5.
Oof.
Yeah. I did not sleep well.
Rem did not get back to sleep very
Nope.
easily after that.
9.
And Keiru?
8.
Yeah, I don't even know if you like tried to go back to sleep.
It was kind of a restless night.
I'm sure we've covered this before, and obviously I won't. I can't use it for this one, but can you concentrate on condition checks?
You guys get on the move again. Give me some travel checks.
I'm going to concentrate.
Since you guys have moved, oh sure.
My little deck.
Since you guys have moved down out of the mountains, it's no longer cold, but it's actually feeling quite warm, hot even.
It's so nice.
Not great. I knew I should have got a sun hat.
I have a sun cape, so I'm good.
I got 15 on this.
Holy shit, yeah.
Yeah.
I got 9.
So close to a crit.
So close.
9 is the number to beat.
Dang.
Oh, Vesper!
Oh, how far you fall.
You need some.
5, even with that hat?
Your feet's hurting.
Do you get a plus from the hat, or does it just prevent you from?
That was a +1.
It's not a 9.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I can tell you that. I can tell you
Unfortunately.
that nothing I can do can make it a 9.
Are we anticipating arriving at Malachi's place today?
Yes.
You want some of this giant's palm?
I
all-
have some. I forgot.
I think we all need to be kind of in top shape for whatever might go down today.
Yeah.
Keiru, did you pass?
I did not.
Okay. Do you want to use your giant's palm as well?
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm just gonna rub that all over my bruises that I took from falling down. There's something going on here.
Sunburn.
I think big worms are eating holes.
Maybe there's some kind of infected worm spirit that's just chewing on the landscape.
Just ruining the world.
You're all making this up. Because a giant worm sounds delicious.
Big worm steaks.
You got any recipes for that?
Yeah, just cook it.
Nice.
Raw.
So yeah, after
There we go.
traveling was a bit rough this time, but you still are able to make it back to Malachi's. Stuff again starts to get weird, and Seraphina's even looking around like, oh goodness, this is very strange indeed. As again, fish start swimming by. And
She whacks him with the staff.
I think she just she just kind of admires them, honestly.
Oh.
Should we let them know we have tear or no?
No.
I don't
No?
think so.
Alright, I'm hiding it away.
But
Right.
Malachi was aware that you guys were going to.
Wait, weren't we getting the tear to help them, though?
Right, but we brought Seraphina, so maybe we should keep that,
Okay. We'll figure it out as we go.
Yeah.
Maybe the flask can help.
Because the fight could have been with him.
So we're keeping it hush-hush.
Right.
For
Okay.
now?
For now.
All right, sounds perfectly good to me.
Do you know how to fix this?
Well, it probably would help to get to the source of it. So as you guys continue on, you see the temple come into view again as it's crumbling, and everybody's there as they once were. You've got a frozen. I have to remember all their names.
I have
I've
them.
got them.
Aha.
Astrid,
Astrid is
Embla,
frozen.
Nyx, and Finn.
That's right.
Astrid is frozen. Embla is getting blasted back multiple times.
Oh, God.
Finn is screaming from the void, and Nyx is on the ceiling.
What?
Seraphina is looking around like, oh my gosh, it really did a number here, didn't it? Where?
Note. Read the note. Yeah. Okay.
She looks around, she goes, where's Malachi?
When we left a couple days ago, he was setting up some kind of ritual around Astrid there.
think he
She's the
lives
one
in
in the crystal.
Basement too.
Does Astrid look unchanged?
She looks the exact same. Beneath her, you see a bunch of the arcane markings. There's candles that have been burnt down, down to stumps, but nothing seems changed with any of them.
Gonna wait till it resets one more time. Embla.
How do you know my name?
Read the note.
Okay. She starts looking through it again. Okay,
All right, come with me.
right.
Hey, Nyx.
And Nyx is like waving at you guys, excited that you're back. And
Where's Malachi? What's happened since we left?
Nyx starts making these hand motions that are very like energetic, and like she's like doing a bunch of shrugging motions, and Embla's looking at her. Malachi took off? What? Where'd he go? What do you mean? He just left.
Did he go to the swamp, Mother?
She says she doesn't know.
I know time's hard, but how long ago? Was it like right after we left?
Sounds like not too long after you guys left.
I think he was just putting on airs. I don't know if he even intends to help these people. We brought help, hopefully.
Who caused the fight that destroyed the crystal tear?
Embla is like, looks down. She goes, "It was me.
Oh.
I was kind of fighting with Finn over it. I really shouldn't have been holding it, but I was, and the container it was in, well, it fell on the ground and it shattered, fortunately. And Seraphina's like, oh, okay, that should have been a lot stronger. He must have given you something that was, unfortunately, just not powerful enough to contain it. For instance, the lantern that you're holding, it's, if you were to drop it, it would be fine, but don't. They're still volatile. It would take a lot to have it explode.
We have to give it to your designated adult.
That's smart, yes.
Do you think there's any way we could
Who's not
maybe...
slippery.
Government issued adult.
Is there any way... I know that kind of what the flask survives on is similar to what the crystal tears collect, or are condensed, right? Do you think there's any way we could use that to maybe help with any of this?
It's possible, except
I can go get some cats.
no, it's not so much that we need to correct the balance here. It's that we need to suck up what is already here. It's just that it's already been put into motion in a way that's just not the spirit's way of doing things.
This almost seems like it's some kind of like hyper-condensed version of the veil. Does that make sense? The way that, like time is looping, but it's like, because it's always daytime in the Vale, but
Right.
maybe it's like a broader loop there or something.
The Anthesis Well was developed to hold out specific magics or experiences that darker spirits would create. This here is just the magics that spirits would typically use to create those experiences, but it's just not directed. It needs to have something to control it and funnel it into something, such as the hot spring spirit. It takes the arcane energy around it and funnels it into creation of hot springs and healing. This is just raw magic that had no direction and therefore did whatever it came into contact with first.
Could we funnel all of this extra energy into the flasks?
Well, that would be my hope. But that flask is designed specifically to pick up human experiences and not this kind of arcane. So I could try to make something new. You said he had something in the basement?
Yeah, I kind of want
I want
to
to
see what's going on.
Yeah, he came up from over here.
Yeah, you guys go down there and show Seraphina. Underneath this temple, it is cold, dark, and dank. I was about to say damp. Yeah, there are basically the scribblings all over the walls. These look to be the scribblings of a madman. There's some writings, but most of it is arcane symbols. Some of it is just nonsense. And Seraphina is looking around like, most of this doesn't even seem to do anything. This is bizarre, but there's also a bunch of tools and supplies down there. And she's looking over and she's like, I think, well, he gathered a lot here. Honestly, it looks like he left in a hurry. He seems to have knocked over a bunch of stuff and looks like he may have taken some things here, but I think maybe I can try to put something together that can start to funnel off the energy that's causing everything upstairs.
Yeah, how can we help?
Should we? Yeah, how can we help?
Honestly, I don't know that you can. Might be best that you guys go on to the bog alone.
Leave you here to clean up this mess.
Yeah, it's going to take some time for sure, but with any luck, I'll be able to get something together in a couple of days.
Okay. Do you mind if we take the flask?
No, not at all. It might help you on your journeys. Hopefully it will.
Is there anything helpful that he left?
Roll double intelligence.
Ooh.
Hey! Yeah.
Oh, nice. That's
I
amazing.
want one!
A whole 7 episodes later, we finally
Two
get 2
crits.
crits.
Share.
It's just 2 crits. It's just 2 crits.
It's just 2 crits. With that, you're looking around and you see some of the ramblings on the walls. There's some words written that most of it doesn't seem to make sense, but some of it stands out to you as you see the words, she's still sick, and I can help her, and I can save them. As you dig around with that crit, you find a portrait of what looks to be a young girl. She looks as though she's like sickly and paler and thinner than a girl her age should be.
Is there any like resemblance between her and him?
With that crit, yeah, you could see some resemblance. Malachi himself was also kind of gaunt, and with that, I think you can tell that they seem to have the same kind of eye shape, except for his had that weird kind of otherworldly glow to them. But yeah, you can tell that there's some kind of family resemblance here. Man, that crit is so good. They're so hard to come by. I'd say, yeah, you'd probably actually find a couple more herbs here too. These are going to be more of the mental type. You find a couple of church bell dayflowers.
Church bell, dayflowers. I already have one of those, so. Now 3?
Yes.
Okay.
This is next check using spirit gets a +1 bonus.
Oh.
So that's if somebody eats it. Or
Smokes
with
it.
Yanni's, yeah. Yanni's specific one.
You could also eat it in the morning and get +1 to your condition check, potentially. That's it. Use
Sure.
the spirit.
Like a vitamin.
Oh, really? Mm,
Or, you know, a little wake and bake.
yeah. I mean, honestly, that's the thing to do with it, right?
Stick that in your herb bottle and smoke it.
You smoke it straight from the bottle.
No.
Y'all want these?
What does it do?
Yes.
Sure.
Giving drugs to children.
They're just plants, right? You don't have to smoke it. Don't smoke. Hey, look at me. Look at me. Don't smoke it.
I don't know what we're talking about.
Okay.
I don't even have a pipe.
Seraphina's like, you can make one out of it. Oh, no.
Nope, nope. I've got this apple right here.
One of the Hema apples.
Oh, then you get a 2-in-1.
Yeah.
I look down at my flute.
Oof.
We know Malachi is crazy.
Yeah.
He better be. He told us he was still going to be here when we came back, and he's not even here. And that's just so rude. I'm likely to spit in his soup next time I see him.
Our only lead is the Bog Mother, so
Seraphina. What do you know of the Bog Mother?
A spirit who provides the balance in the Coven Lodge swamps. She's responsible for what grows there. It's mostly just entirely her domain there.
How old does Seraphina look?
Seraphina does not look as old as she should.
Okay.
According to the stories and how old she was when she set up Liminal Haven, she should be like close to 100 or so.
Yeah.
And she looks like maybe she's 50.
We know the same of
Have,
Breve.
Reverbina.
Yeah.
has the Bog Mother always been there?
Yes, yeah. As long as the swamp's been there.
Do you know what she looks like?
I've heard say that she's kind of like a giant pig, with the tail of an alligator.
Neat.
Pig-a-gator.
Alapig.
She was always quite fascinating. I was sorry to hear that she felt ill. The swamps are a formidable place, but there are people that live there that are resilient and are quite fond of the Bog Mother, hence the name.
Weren't we told before we left the Haven that there might be a town in the swamp?
Yeah.
What? But clearly people live there and there's even a spirit overseeing it. So why?
Well, I think we were told that there might be a city, because they didn't know if there was an Anthus well or not, or they were hazy on it.
There's a city, heart of a city there. I had one installed. It's a little village in the center of the swamps, but yes, I think that you guys will be able to find it if you stick to the path long enough. You should be able to hopefully find somebody that can help. It's honestly, when I say it's a formidable place, I mean it is very difficult to traverse, so you will probably have to have somebody that is familiar with the area swoop in and save you, is typically what they do.
Well, I hope that we're lucky. I've been kind of hopping myself up for the swamp though, and I got some special boots. I feel like it's not going to be too bad.
Yeah.
Hopefully.
You're a frog. Frogs live in swamps,
Right.
right?
He shouldn't have to have boots for the swamp, right?
Ideally, no.
Okay.
I would hope.
I don't think the rules accounted for this guy's a frog.
Do you feel more like a frog or more like a man? Because I feel like we've argued both directions lately.
Or do you have the wondrous heart of a child?
Are the three actually... Can you not be all three?
Yeah, I guess you can be a man frog. I reckon
Synergy.
we better get on hitting the road so we can go save this gator hog.
We can discuss my frogness.
On the way. Seraphina, how long have you known Malachi?
He began corresponding with me a number of years ago, perhaps 6, 7 years ago, I'd say.
Does the picture look faded? Does it look old?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Have we realized that you found this picture? Or have you, like, kept it close to your... Like, have you kept it away from our view?
Do you know what happened to her, the girl in the picture?
It looks an awful lot like Malachi. This honestly might be his sister. I was under the impression that she was ill, or that she'd been born with something that made her chronically sick. My understanding was that he had attempted to take her to Liminal Haven, but she was never going to be able to make the journey, which is why he claimed he wanted to set up an anthesis well in the swamps.
So she might be here somewhere in the swamps?
Hopefully, if she's still alive.
All right. Only one way to go, right?
Yeah, let's go.
Good luck. And
Thank you. You as well. Be careful. Like I said, the swamps are dangerous, and Malachi even more so.
I got a good feeling about this.
Just sending 2 children, a frogman, and 1 dude who has a sword out.
One kind of sad guy, yeah.
Sad dude with soups.
Soups make everything better.
True.
Love soup.
You guys make your way, picking through the jade thickets. As you move away from the temple, stuff starts to become normal again. All of the weird alterations slowly fall away, and as these beautiful trees that are tall and lush and green slowly change from like these deciduous trees and pine trees and stuff like that, they slowly become more and more looming and tangled with moss. You start to smell the smell of damp earth and decaying vegetation. You begin to hear a chorus of frogs, and vines begin twisting their ways through the treetops, and the ground becomes wetter and wetter as you're trotting, and muddier. I need everybody to make dexterity intelligence rolls for me.
So can you, like, understand them? Like croaking?
I don't know, can I?
What are they saying?
I don't know, can you?
Fuck me. Fuck me.
Where are you at?
Sexy singles in your area.
Frogging out. Oh no!
Oh, did you fumble?
No!
Did you fumble?
Everyone get a duck.
Are you gonna die in the swamp?
I think breathing regular air is what's gonna kill me.
I only got a 5.
Okay.
I can't get the ducks.
This isn't to traverse the swamp, right?
No.
Does this count as a journey check that we're
It
making?
does not, actually.
Well, it's a 12. Is that good enough?
Holy shit. And then also, Rem,
8.
8, okay. I think that the 2 younger people are squelching around in the mud.
These boots are great. I'm holding Vesper's face into the mud. What's it smell like?
I just imagine your boots are way too big for your feet.
Yeah.
They're just like,
Pull
He
Vesper out of
boots
the
too
mud.
big for he goddamn feet.
Do not drown the child.
Keiru, you perk up at the sound of something in the distance in kind of this underbrush area. And it's something that even Acorn is like on guard about.
I will point my flute at it.
we bring Acorn into the swamp.
He's
Hell
here
yeah.
now.
What
Maybe
else are
you
you gonna
should
do
ride
with
him.
them?
Who else is gonna carry our shit?
I got 2 pairs of boots.
Be alert.
They're like a necklace.
I'll say as I point with my flute to whatever it is that I'm hearing.
As you watch, There's something that seems to be stirring over there, and you see gray fur. It becomes clear that there are 3 wolves kind of rummaging around, but as you guys squelch in the mud, they quickly whip their heads around at you. And they've spotted you.
Uh-oh.
As you guys continue to watch, you see that they begin to rise up, and out from underneath their fur are long, skeletal, spidery blue legs
Makes much more
as
sense.
they raise up.
So, like, what wolves would be in the swamp?
Spider wolves.
Half decayed
spiders.
wolves.
Oh, well.
And that is where we're gonna leave off this episode. Because you can like hear them moving about, scuttling around, and
Squish. You hear them squishing out there?
you just kind of get used to it. It kind of just blends in with everything else, like the crickets and the frogs and stuff.
I imagine it sounds like those slime videos where people stick their fingers in it. It's just like...
Except it's like really fast.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Just a rapid slurping.
Well, we got our skeeter ball. Should we head to the old folks home?
The Elder Council.
Yeah.
You know the area pretty well.
Well, first we have to have a party.
Oh, okay, yeah.
Right, I forgot the order.
Party comes first, always.
Because we have to fill the thing.
Eating bugs and playing gloopy tunes.
For some reason, my brain was like eating bugs and fucking slugs.
I was trying to come up with a rhyme.
No!
I lay with my back to the ice cubes.
I can make more of these.
Everybody gets an ice cube.
Is this the sugary one?
They're not. They just taste sweet. It's magic, so it's not like it's just enough to get you wet. But if you tried to drink the liquid, it's gone. What?
Her face begins to grow gaunt, gray, and you are doing everything that you can to keep her safe, and she continues to wither away.